In this week's edition of Authors Revealed, our own Becky Anderson talks with Helene Wecker. In her debut novel, The Golem and the Jinni, Wecker combines elements of Jewish and Arab folk mythology to tell the story of two supernatural creatures who arrive in New York City in 1899. As they work to make a place for themselves among humans, one day their paths happen to meet.
Welcome to Authors Revealed. I'm Becky Anderson. I'm so excited. We have an Illinois native author. Her debut novel is called The Golem and the Jinni. It has something in it for everyone. What are you hearing from readers about this book? What kind of responses are you getting?
I'm getting a lot of questions, which is really, really cool. People who write me who want to know what happens after the book ends. People who write and say, why did you include this? What was your inspiration for doing this? It seems to be a lot of wanting to know more about what went into the book, which is very sort of flattering and humbling and makes me feel like I did something right.
You know, I think one of the themes of the book, and I think this also has to do with, I think, talking about New York at the time and people immigrating for many reasons, but one reason was that they wanted to be free. And talking about free will within this book. Was that just part of what the story grew for you?
You know, with the golem, you know, trying to, where she herself is trying to figure out how free am I? And how much am I bound to my nature? And with the Jinni, that as well, but in a much more bitter sort of sense of here is what I once was and now here I am.
What do you see as the relevancy? How is this book relevant today, do you think?
The questions that we tend to think, maybe every generation tends to think, is like, oh, we are the ones who are figuring this out. It's always been there, just, you know, the tensions between, you know, tradition and modernity, and you know, between religion and science, deciding to make your own way, and that break with family and how painful that is. You know, it's a different time and place, but human nature is still the same. And so, you know, those are the particular colors and flavors that that you know, a struggle will have, but it's the same struggle.
What a great conversation. This is a fantasy, this is historical fiction, has everything in it you could want in a book. It's Illinois native author Helene Wecker, her debut book called The Golem and the Jinni. Back to you, Jen.
Thanks, Becky. If you're interested in the full interview with Helene Wecker, visit nctv17.com for a list of airtimes.